ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions.
You ready? You ready?
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burp. There, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They go play action here on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, Nwangu. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So a first catch for him on this opening drive. And we've heard the rumblings, Charles, and he's not too happy with his targets as of late. So maybe that's an early olive branch, if you will.
And I think you're exactly right about what we've heard, because sometimes we hear things and they're just not true. But in this case, we feel pretty confident. Yeah, he's not exactly happy about the way things have gone lately. I think in some ways the game script has worked against him. In other ways, remember, he's being guarded by the #1 cornerback and maybe kicking another guy on his level. So it's tough for him to always get open. But I do think they're going to make a concerted effort to get him the ball in this game. One, it'll appease him. And two, it'll benefit the team if he makes some big plays.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
42 spot, 42 spot.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their cornerback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Goff now looks to throw. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. Touchdown, Vikings! Irv Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Goff. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And running with power here. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Goff now to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Vikings open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. They're quickly to Thielen here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half. Carlson on for the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Goff. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run right here with Swift.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Lions.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the give is Nwangu. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That is caught by Thielen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Nwangu. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll throw now on the final play. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Out of the gun, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On the run is Nwangu. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down. Goff. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run now for Nwangu. And bulldozing his way through. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now it's Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to it behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Goff now looks to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
When he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Vikings on third down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. because it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, it's a much-needed...